Cardi B is no stranger to controversy. She's one half of the team who rapped on W.A.P after all. Cardi B's daughter, Kulture, on the other hand, shouldn't be getting any shade, but all of that changed thanks to Rah Ali. Apparently, Rah Ali had some beef that she had been sitting on for a while and felt like she needed to bring it up by talking all sorts of trash about Cardi B's daughter. She also talked a bunch of mess about Cardi B's parenting style. Now, there's gotta be some more bad blood behind all this, right? No one is about to come after your child if there's nothing going on between the parties involved. So let's see what exactly went down. We know Rah Ali is out of line here, but could Cardi B also be in the wrong? Now, one thing we gotta get straight right quick before we even really dive into the situation is that Cardi B's already had beef in the past, and it's directly related to the one she has going on right now with Ali. The biggest argument she's had has been back and forth with Nicki Minaj. Both of them throw insults back and forth, accusing each other of being fake. Back in 2018 is when it actually started though, after a physical altercation at Fashion Week. This whole thing is pretty convoluted because we only really know anything about it because of statements that the people involved have shared. Based on everything we know, the fight started pretty much as soon as Cardi B wandered up to Nicki Minaj and Rah Ali. This is where it gets foggy. Nicki Minaj basically explained that Cardi B started screaming about people talking about her baby, Kulture, and her parenting. Then an actual fight began to break out. By the end of it, Cardi B ended up with a knot on her eyebrow. Nicki and Rah Ali ended up completely unscathed. Weirdly enough, before this, there wasn't any evidence of this beef anywhere online. It was pretty much just Nicki and Cardi arguing, but it was never very serious. After all this broke out, people were insanely shocked to see that things could go from 0 to 100 like that. There isn't actually any footage of the fight, although Nicki has called out for it on her radio show. There is no way I can lie about this because there is surveillance footage from the building where the assault took place, she said. Anyone that wants to put up the surveillance footage, I will give you $100,000. Pull up that surveillance footage. She made a few other claims about how everything went down, including the claim that Rah Ali is the one who gave Cardi B the knot on her forehead, rather than a security guard, as Cardi claimed. There are tons of other ridiculous claims mentioned about the situation, like people coming out and saying that Cardi threw a shoe. Cardi gave a statement about what happened as well. It seems like Nicki and Rah are trying to play the situation like Cardi is just insane, shouting things like, "Bitch, you feisty. Bitch, don't talk shit about my child." But here's what she had to say. "I addressed you once in person. I addressed you a second time in person. And every time you copped a plea. But when you mention my child, you choose to make comments about me as a mother. Make comments about my abilities to take care of my daughter is when all bets are fucking off." Eesh. Nicki's response to this was pretty dismissive. She basically said that Rah, quote, beat the shit out of her. Nicki tweeted, "Rah beat you so bad, I was mad at Rah. You went home and told people security hit you, and we let that ride for legal reasons." The official story is that Cardi B got the knot from Nicki's security team. That being said, Nicki said the only reason she let that explanation slide is for legal reasons, implying that Rah Ali actually clocked her. After this, things somehow continued to get worse. Although you would think that after the physical altercation, Rah Ali would step off and Cardi would be fine. Instead, all the internet beef starts here, and it pretty much immediately escalated. Rah Ali came out with even more harsh words, nearly unprompted, saying, "I don't knock nobody's come up, but don't try me. I got 1 in the chamber, 14 in the clip." This is a warning shot. "I'll release the receipts and destroy you, Cardi. Try me." So instead of writing me essays on Instagram, find yourself a pen and paper and write your own raps. Ooh. It seems like maybe she's calling out ghostwriting rumors involving Cardi, or maybe just asking for a diss track. The issue is that diss tracks don't settle anything. Even if Cardi were to drop some absolute heat on Rah, and Rah thought she could come back from it, what would that solve? Starbrim. One of Cardi's friends also has a shooter in her corner the same way Nicki did, it would seem. Even I see Rah Ali to this day, I will smash Rah Ali. I would have spanked Rah. We don't really know where this is gonna go, but it's safe to say this whole group should probably be kept apart for the time being. both in public and out of public. The whole thing looks like it's a big powder keg ready to blow at any moment. It's gotten physical before. There's no way it wouldn't get physical again if any of them got the chance to start something. Back around September 2020, the first big instance of online disses began. Rah Ali shared a badly photoshopped image of Cardi B pretending that it was completely genuine, although she had probably just come across it online. It was posted to her blog site known as On Site. One of the worst things about the whole exchange here is that the picture itself was originally taken from when Cardi was performing charity. She was buying $5,000 in gift cards from Target. Rather than focusing on her appearance at the time, she was wearing a gray hoodie and sweatpants. Of course, it wasn't a glamorous moment, but the Photoshop took things way too far. Cardi had this to say about the Photoshop, although the posts were later deleted. She called it out and then shared a picture of herself that was actually from that day, so that there was no confusion on the issue. That's why I pray every day, and God keep blessing me triple in people's face, because they done tried everything to bring me down, from making rumors about me to now photoshopping me, trying to make me go viral with a Photoshop pic, a paparazzi pic from months ago. That's really all you can say or do about the situation. So it's good Cardi came out and defended herself in a pretty cordial way. She also said, the sad shit is that the people that be doing these rumors and be trying to make people bash me about my looks are women. The last sentence is an important one, because if you look at what's going on here, it seems to be pretty clear. Nicki and Rah are threatened by Cardi. She's put out hit after hit since she came on the scene, and Nicki's career has seen better days. A lot of people haven't even heard a Rah Ali song. Not only that, but Cardi brought up an important point. It's a tough world for women, and they should support each other rather than tearing one another down. Now, it's obvious that the industry mess is always going to be there. Music is a competitive industry. All music is competitive, but it's difficult for an artist to make it. So why are they not respecting each other's grind and being willing to put aside differences for the sake of everyone watching and themselves? There's too much going on against women in this world for Cardi and Rah to be tearing each other down instead of propping one another up. In March of 2021, we get even more Rah and even more reckless. She posted a freestyle to her blog in which a 15-year-old rapper called 2-year-old Kulture dirty. At this point, Rah had done so much to try and diss Cardi whenever she had a chance that fans of Cardi called Rah out for being obsessed. Honestly, with how much he talks about her, you'd think she was. Cardi came out and said, bitches post me on they shit every day. I haven't said a word, and that's what bothers them. So they try to play with the person I don't play about, and that's my child. After that, it seemed like Rah Ali pretty much tried to shut the whole thing down in the most wrong way possible. Just deleting comments where people were saying it was wrong to post the freestyle. Cardi's statement about it was, she's disgusting. Blocking and deleting people, telling her she's wrong for posting something mentioning my child. But she only tried me and Ari for clout on my life. I'ma handle her in person. Rah replied saying, Cardi, shut your dumb non-English speaking ass up. Ooh, I'm tired of trying to sound out your sentences. If you have a problem, take it up with the person who wrote the diss track, not me, because my media company at its on site posted it. Even if that's true, isn't Rah responsible for what her site posts at the end of the day? Okay, sure, the 15-year-old who wrote it messed up too, but they're 15 though. Rah also said, I didn't mention your child, nor would I ever. The person who wrote the diss track did. You are a bozo, and you're not going to do shit. Why don't you pick up a pen and write back? That's not an option, huh? Now, Rah obviously isn't actually lying here or anything like that, but she still posted the track. Her social media person did. Either way, it's uncalled for, and you can just apologize and walk away. But instead, Rah continues to stoke the fires and keep the beef fresh. Now, just to make sure the whole thing's properly blown up, Hennessy, Cardi B's sister, also chimed in to defend her niece, saying, you really posted about someone disrespecting my 2-year-old niece? Meet up with me right now. Word to my whole life, I don't play that shit. I'ma DM you right now, and you better send me your address right now. Even if things weren't that bad before this, we have some physical threats going out now, even though Rah said she's not scared. Now, in closing, it seems like the whole thing here comes back to one crucial misstep that was made on Rah Ali's part. In fact, Cardi B's been praised as a parent before, like when she turned W.A.P off before her daughter entered the room. Even though Ali didn't call out Cardi or Kulture directly and instead posted the freestyle to her blog, it still counts as taking a shot. Rah Ali should have had the foresight to realize that it isn't okay to feature that kind of stuff on her platform, especially when Kulture is a 2-year-old. It's just not right. Cardi had every right to be upset about that, although it's still not exactly clear how that all went down. So, what do you guys think? Are Rah and Nicki out of line here? Or does Cardi need to have a better handle on her parenting? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more rap news in your feed. Deuces.